We are wrapping up the work week with pretty nice conditions here in the Wiregrass. Just a few showers developing across the area just as expected. Going to the weekend, though, it looks like conditions will remain pretty dry and pretty warm. We'll have the full forecast coming up, but first, the WDHN news at 5 o'clock starts now.
New developments tonight in the case of that burned body in Geneva County. Plus, we're following up on a high-speed chase overnight. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for News 18 at 5 o'clock. I want to mention very quickly, we've had a lot of calls about some shots fired and lockdown at Kelly Springs Elementary School this afternoon. We checked on that. There were some shots fired in the area by a passing car. The school was placed on lockdown for an abbreviated amount of time. Everything went very smoothly through there, and this had nothing to do with the school. It was an incident that took place on a roadway nearby. So Dothan police all over that today. So rest assured things are fine tonight for those of you who have checked in with us. The weather today, nice. Yeah, all the kids were all outside, so that was interesting for a moment, but a good day to be outside, though.
Yeah, pretty nice. We had temperatures on the warm side for today, warming up into the upper 80s to lower 90s for those high temperatures. Still some relatively dry air in place, at least compared to where we will be next week with the humidity level. So really not feeling too uncomfortable out there. Here's the view from downtown Dothan looking southward. We have a little bit of cumulus cloud development out there, and that's promoting the growth of a few showers and a few thunderstorms for parts of the area, just as expected. But it looks like that rain will be clearing out as we do go into the later evening hours. Pretty much after sunset, that will be clearing out. As far as those current temperatures, upper 80s to lower 90s, 91 degrees for Andalusia, 87 degrees for Enterprise. Some rain-cooled air in Pike County, 77 degrees, and that's where we do have some showers going into the overnight. Staying on the mild side, 60s for your wake-up temperatures on Saturday. Action radar scanning the skies, and we do have some development of some storms in Henry County, Barber County, and into Pike County. That's why those temperatures are a little bit cooler, but you can really see this cell blossoming up in central Henry County, pretty much Abbeville and southward along 431. Not much movement with it, so it'll just basically rain itself out shortly. And south of the border in Holmes County, Bonifay, a little cell is developing right over you. So until we get to the cooler evening hours, we will have the chance of a few showers or storms developing, but really those chances will be 20% or less, especially later on. Sky will be mainly clear with those temperatures cooling off to the lower 70s as we go into the later evening hours. So we will be cooling off into the 60s by tomorrow morning and then warming up pretty quickly with a good amount of sunshine through the early part of the day and into the early afternoon. A little bit of cloud cover will be with us, filtering out the sunshine just a bit in the later part of the day. One or two pop-up showers or storms, certainly not out of the question, but it looks like the weekend is going to remain mainly dry and hot with those temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. Now next week we'll start off with some rain chances likely on Monday, but lower than what we were originally expecting, and the later part of the week will be heating up. Middle 90s to upper 90s expected, with heat index temperatures possibly over 105 degrees.
Pool days in the future.
They sure are.
As soon as tomorrow. Right?
Sounds good to me.
Maybe even this afternoon. All right, thanks a lot, Scott. Let's get you a check of traffic right now, courtesy of the Durham Digital Network. Things look great as normal on a Friday afternoon. It's 5:02. Tonight's top headlines next.
You're watching WDHN News with Ben Stanfield and weather with Scott Roberts.
Welcome back. More information on the defiled remains found in Geneva County along with the dismembered body. A very disturbing story here. There were also non-human remains found in the burned car Wednesday night as well. A story we've been following most of the week now. Sarah Drake is with us live tonight with more in studio. Sarah, what's the latest here?
Well, Ben, this afternoon, Dale County Sheriff officers led Cody Brogdon through the Dale County Courthouse for his first appearance in front of a judge since being charged with murder and abuse of a corpse. Tuesday evening, 2 days after Mother's Day, a body was found inside a burnt vehicle right inside of Geneva County.
Once we can determine 100% sure who the vehicle's registered to and the registered owner of the vehicle, then we can start backtracking that person.
A partial vehicle ID led investigators to find that the car belonged to Penny Newton. Her son, 36-year-old Chad Dwayne Brogdon, was identified as a person of interest Wednesday. Brogdon was later located by a Geneva County deputy and taken to the Geneva County Sheriff's Office for questioning. On Thursday, SBI agents obtained an arrest warrant for Brogdon, who is being charged with murder and abuse of a corpse. This afternoon, he went in front of a judge where Special Agent Brian Harvin testified to what investigators found at the scene. According to Agent Harvin, body parts such as an arm, part of a leg, a skull, ribs, and vertebrae were all found on the passenger side of the car. There was also a boot print found that visibly matched that of the ones Brogdon was wearing, and Harvin said that a cast of the boot print was made and will be compared to the boots and pictures taken at the scene. After receiving a search warrant for the home, investigators found purple and yellow nylon rope between the living and dining rooms. That same rope was also found at the crime scene. In the garage of the home, a freezer was found, and when investigators opened it, they discovered all the food had been removed except for the top shelf, and that blood was found inside. Samples of the blood were collected, but it's not known at this time who it belonged to. Agent Harvin says officers believe that the murder took place at the home and was then taken to Geneva County to be burned. Investigators did find a pour pattern of accelerant at the scene. The cause of death is still pending, but Harvin says it looks as if the body was dismembered after death. And Ben, Special Agent Harvin said he couldn't give a statement at this time as they are still investigating. DA Kirk Adams also said he couldn't speak at this point, and Brogdon's attorney J. Nicholas Bull said to ask him at the preliminary hearing, which will be June 6th at 1:30.
All right, that's one of the more disturbing stories we've heard in quite some time here at the news station tonight. And Sarah, thanks for the update this evening. A WDHN exclusive happening overnight. Another vehicle pursuit continuing a recent trend in Houston County. This time an undercover sheriff's office vehicle chasing a Chevrolet Malibu working its way through Ford country on the southeast side of town. The deputy vehicle had a collision with the Malibu in the neighborhood. The car narrowly avoiding the woman's house there. But it did wipe out her swing set in the front yard. Sad deal there. But the vehicle also hit a deputy who was taken for treatment overnight. Deputies were collecting possible narcotics evidence in numerous spots in the yard. They were also tracking another person near Southeast Health connected to this chase. We haven't heard much about that, but here's the man behind all the chaos last night. Houston County Major Bill Rafferty sending out the man's name responsible for it all. That's Bobby Stanley Jr., 52 years old, facing a litany of charges. One for assault on the officer, and Stanley's bond for meth trafficking, $1 million tonight. Read more about Mr. Stanley on DothanFirst.com. An Enterprise woman seeking further legal action after both her dogs reportedly came back with multiple health issues after a weekend trip to the kennel. One so sick that it died shortly after returning home. And now Aubrey held looking for justice, filing charges with Enterprise Police Department and Animal Control. She says she's hired a lawyer and plans to file civil charges against the business after results of the necropsy come out sometime next week. Held made her intentions clear when she first spoke to us earlier in the week.
I didn't know my dog was going to die, and my immediate thought process is, I don't know how much these vet bills are going to cost me. Something's severely wrong with my dog. I think her back legs are broken. Like, she needs to pay for what she did.
Held tells us her other dog, Butkus, suffered from sunburns on his face and a chemical burn on his left paw. However, he's expected to recover from those injuries. 2 people arrested for that string of vehicle break-ins in East Dothan. The suspects found when an off-duty investigator came across them at the Walker's Deluxe Motel on East Main Street. Investigators got a search warrant and found several rifles, purses, wallets taken from those break-ins. Naquan Trayvon Bethel and Shantoria Lachey Owens of Dothan charged with 14 counts of unlawful breaking and entering of a motor vehicle. They both have bonds totaling $210,000 each. And a man who stabbed his girlfriend to death in 2018 now sentenced to 45 years in prison, days before the 1-year anniversary of her death. Sean Downs pleading no contest in the murder of his girlfriend, Dina Zimmerman, who he, along with his brother, buried in a shallow grave in a remote area of Washington County. Dow has previously told investigators that he spanned in an argument with his girlfriend, and his brother Greg still awaits sentencing in the Washington County Jail tonight. Let's stay in Florida for the next one here. The Washington Post reporting that Washington County's election system had been breached in 2016. That's one of at least 2 Florida counties known to have been hacked by none other than Russia, they say. It's unclear what other county or counties are involved. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' office said he can't share that information since he signed a non-disclosure agreement. Other officials, however, are calling for the information to be made public and for action to be taken against anyone responsible. Despite suspicions, the governor said voter data was not manipulated and did not impact Florida vote totals. That's a story we're going to follow up on for you here locally as well. Coming up next, Donna Williams takes us to the heart of the economic boom happening in the City of Progress. Her full report just ahead. Scott, what's going on with the weather?
In the weather department, we are tracking a few showers and a few thunderstorms that have popped up in a few corners of the Wiregrass. A few more are possible into the sunset hour, but a dry and hot weekend is setting up for us. We'll take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast coming up.
Just it's time for a new one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one we do at the wall.
Okay. We can go ahead and we can go ahead and move that.
Yeah, we could now. Yeah, usually.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fridays, everything is.
How we on time? Bring the entire family to Sam Boswell Honda and Enterprise for Relay for Life Carnival on May 18th. Expect a day of fun, carnival rides, games, inflatables, live music. The carnival will be in the parking lot of the Old Ryan's restaurant and open to the public from 1 to 9 p.m. There will be a special ceremony held at sundown.
A lot of the people that have cancer in our area, they may actually need to go, say, to Birmingham for treatment. There's a place there called the Hope Lodge, and some of this money will help them stay at the Hope Lodge.
Proceeds benefit the American Cancer Society, and Mr. Boswell says everyone's invited. They want you to come out and have fun for a great cause. City of Progress living up to its name, as Enterprise High School was recently ranked one of the top high schools in the Wiregrass by U.S. News. And with the city's growing population, new homes are being built throughout the area. Donna Williams taking a look at the economy tonight.
We are absolutely growing. Enterprise is a wonderful place to live, wonderful community, wonderful schools. We're near Fort Rucker, our Army base, and we're growing. And
according to reports, Enterprise is one of the fastest growing cities. And with the increase in population, realtors and builders are expanding as Parade of Homes held their ribbon cutting for a brand new home that is currently on the market.
Because we have a lot of homes to show today for people moving in and interested in moving to our community. The Enterprise is really growing, and we've got a couple of subdivisions going on, and I think today we got 10 homes that will be open for people to view over the weekend.
And while the communities in Enterprise are growing, Mr. Kelly says these homes are the true definitions of family homes.
The builders, the Enterprise Home Builders Association, is very conscientious about making sure that our homes meet standards and that we put out a good product, and we think we do. As a matter of fact, we know we do.
Keeping it local in Enterprise, Donna Williams, WDHN News 18.
And the boom doesn't stop there. Your Sunday commute in Dothan will be a little bit busier this weekend. Some of that beach traffic. Starting Sunday, the first phase of the current phase of the Alabama Department of Transportation's expansion project for Ross Clark Circle will get into gear. New lanes added from Bowman Drive now to West Main Street. The work will be done by Mid-South Paving Incorporated out of Birmingham, thanks to an ALDOT contract. It's going to cost $4.7 million American dollars. Today, the Alabama Forestry Service held a workshop for landowners at Geneva State Forest. Several topics discussed, including wild hog management, along with the use of drones to better manage land use. Geneva State Forest encompasses 15,000 square acres, borders Covington and Coffee counties.
Also, it's used for fire control. We have used drones in fire situations where it can give us an oversight of where the fire has moved, and it keeps firefighters safe and a little faster than sending an employee in dangerous situations.
Yeah, they also learned about traps and other measures to keep those wild hogs and the epidemic in check. Each year, hogs devour millions of dollars worth of crops in Alabama and across the southeast. The News at 5 returns in another moment. Let's stroll outside again, courtesy of the Digital Network this evening. Say hello to Enterprise's City of Progress. Scott Roberts, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ben. It's looking pretty nice out there, other than a few small showers that have developed. Most of us will miss out on that. Going into the weekend, it's going to be dry and hot. Rain chances move in on Monday, and then the real heat turns on as we go into the later part of next week. Heat index temperatures over 100 degrees are expected. The full forecast is next.
You guys count to 10 for me?
One.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just to see.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This weather segment is sponsored by Physicians Hearing Center.
This afternoon, the 18 Action Cam was taking advantage of the nice sunny weather and warm conditions by heading out to the pool. Now, I know why Matt Ray wasn't back at work here. He's probably still at the pool. He probably emailed this in to us to take advantage of that beautiful weather, and we'll have more of this as we go into the weekend. We'll be watching a few showers this evening, but those rain chances all but gone going into Saturday and for Sunday. Now, going into Monday, we do have another chance of a few showers and storms here in the Wiregrass. Right now, Action Radar is scanning the skies and finding some showers mainly in the northern part of the area, Abbeville, Barber County, and out into Pike County as well, and even more development for the river region and points northward. So as we go into the evening hours, as the sun sets, we will start to cool off a little bit. Conditions will dry out where the rain is falling now. Downtown Dothan looking pretty good. We do have some cloud cover off in the distance. We do have some showers along and south of Interstate 10. 89 degrees is the current temperature. That actually was our high temperature so far for today. Humidity levels still relatively low, but next week those will be more noticeable as far as those levels increasing. So those temperatures will be warming into the upper 90s and feeling like it will be over 100 degrees. Not the case for us this evening. 91 is the hot spot. Rain-cooled air for Troy right now, upper 80s for most other locations in and around the area. We do run the risk of a few showers or storms early on this evening. Only about a 20% chance going into the later evening hours. A little bit of cloud cover stays with us, but conditions will be drying out and cooling off a little bit, but still staying on the mild side for us. So mainly dry and hot this weekend. So we're going to be watching that temperature really increase next week. Isolated showers and storms expected for Monday, mainly in the afternoon hours as a weak frontal boundary approaches the region, but really it's not going to be anything for us to really be concerned about, and as that system clears out, that's when the really hot and dry days will be setting up with those heat index temperatures over 105 degrees. You'll really want to stay cool and stay hydrated with that system setting up over us, a benign high pressure system for us as far as those heat index temperatures. They will be the highest late in the work week, lower 90s expected for Saturday and for Sunday. Ben?
All right, Mr. Roberts, thanks so much. Live at 5 this evening, we've got Dalton Causey with us, and we have Walker Sexton with us tonight. They're from Spark Theater Company. Both of you guys are seniors, too, graduating high school next week. So let's congratulate you for that, first and foremost. All right, so you guys are going to be in the play Newsies coming up toward the end of the month, May 29th through June the 1st. Let's talk about Newsies tonight. Dalton, tell me a little bit about what the storyline is there.
It's about the 1899 Newsboys strike against Joseph Pulitzer and William Randolph Hearst, and they were striking for better wages and better rights as their workers.
Yeah, we're still working on that in the media today, too. Just kidding, friends. Walker, all right, so when you guys go through and work on a performance like this, I mean, you put a ton of time into this, correct?
Yes, sir. It's pretty much a part-time job we like to joke around with, except we pay money. But we normally practice for about 20 hours a week.
Wow.
Sometimes more.
So when the show comes up, let's say May 29th, if I wanted to go, if I wanted to take my family, what do I need to do about getting tickets to come and see that?
Go to sparktheatercompany.com or look us up on Facebook, or you can come to the door and get tickets, and tickets are $20.
All right, so tell us your character names in the performance.
I play Crutchy.
Okay.
And I'm playing Davey.
So they're both newsboys, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's your favorite part about what they did for a living back 100 some odd years ago?
Crutchy was he's a handicapped boy who's doing the same job as boys that can walk and do everything, and he's still just as hard working as they are, tough as nails.
Excellent. What about you?
And Davey, his character is he's a little bit of a higher class than the rest of the newsboys, just because his father had a job, but because of an injury, he has to become a newsie. And he's a little more logical and grounded than the rest of the newsies, but by the end of the show, he's just as much as one of the boys.
We're a little high-strung in this business. Yeah. All right. So some good life lessons involved there with the characters as well. And so you guys obviously going to be heading off to do things soon. So is this kind of a final farewell for you with Spark Theater? Or
yeah, this is it.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's the end of an era coming up May 29th through June 1st. So that's Newsies, friends, and you can go check it out at the Cultural Arts Center. Great venue, and you guys have great shirts already made up for this too.
Absolutely.
So best wishes on a couple of things here as you advance into what's next in your lives, and also with the performance coming up at the end of the month. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
Looking forward to that show, friends. Coming up next, we've got What's Good in the Neighborhood, friends, and it's National Police Officers Week, and we're going to talk right about that next. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's usually not a good thing when you see hundreds of officers gathered together in the same place, but Wednesday night it was different as our friends at Hometown Lenders held the 4th annual Back the Blue event. Paige Weeks tonight with What's Good in the Neighborhood.
Guns resting in holsters and handcuffs staying tucked into belts as hundreds of law enforcement officers sat down for a meal honoring their daily and, yes, often dangerous service to the Wiregrass.
There's so much going on in this world where law enforcement officers are talked about, or bad things are happening where they're getting jumped on, and this is just a time for the Wiregrass to say thank you.
No radios or sirens, just laughter and conversations filling the air as officers left their patrol cars in the parking lot and became just ordinary people enjoying a meal. But at the same time, they were also being thanked for their extraordinary service.
Camaraderie, getting everybody together, and it's sort of like having a law enforcement reunion. You get all the law enforcement together, and it's attaboy, a good pat on the back.
And while many of these officers are used to being in the spotlight because of murders, break-ins, car crashes, and other various incidents, this time around, being in front of the camera was a little different.
Usually it's some kind of major crime that I'm talking to you about. This is an event where people are actually giving back to the police department and recognizing the officers and the jobs that they do every day.
Thanking the ones that are always there, even when we don't always realize it.
Just know when you go out and protect our families that we do have your back.
That's What's Good in the Neighborhood this week.
Respect and admiration tonight for the Thin Blue Line who protect every one of us that live right here at home in the Wiregrass. Thanks for joining us and letting News 18 be a part of your lives, friends. God bless you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next time. Good night.